Good morning, everyone. This is class 7th Social Science, and today we are going to learn the chapter 6 Administrative System and Architecture during the Medieval Age. Medieval Age means 7th century to 7th century to 18th century for India. This is called medieval era, medieval time. Administrative system means how the India was ruled during that time. Indian various parts were ruled that times. Kasam Mir's Lok Dairo, a group of folk singers, was organized in the village square, Chowk, and the entire village has gathered there at night. Small children had already taken their positions in the front row. Patriotic songs were also being sung at the Lok Dairo, along with folk songs, Utsav like the Palya recital, songs sung in honor of martyrs. Very much. The next day he asked his grandfather, "Grandfather, what does Palya means?" His grandfather told him that a Palya is a memorial commemorating the heroes. It is a tribute to martyrs who have sacrificed their lives while protecting and ensuring the welfare of the people. These palyas are worshipped during the festivals and songs are sung as homage to these martyrs. This is the culture of our country. Here you can see this is palya. In Gujarati we can say padiyo. So जब भी कोई युद्ध में मारा जाता या लोगों की रक्षा के लिए या अच्छे काम के लिए मारा जाता, शहीद हो जाता, उसके नाम पर ये पाड़िया बनते थे और उसको स्टोन ऐसे रखते थे. आज भी कच्छ में कई जगह पे ऐसे होंगे, आप देख सकते हो. उत्सव एंड हिज फ्रेंड्स रिक्वेस्टेड हिज Grandfather, please enlighten us about the culture of our country. Wait, said Grandpa. He went in and came back with some pictures. He then asked Utsav, "Can you see temples in these pictures? It seems as if these stones have their own stories to narrate, isn't it? Today I shall tell you about the civilization and culture of the Rajput age. Administrative system during the Rajput age. During the Rajput era, India was not ruled over by any one king. देखो, राजपूत एज में भारत पे किसी एक राजा का राज नहीं था. Not one, many kings were there. India was divided into big and small states, and the extent of each kingdom depended on the king's military prowess. India was divided into many means above 1,000 parts. You have seen briefed about the Rajput kings and dynasties in the previous chapter. In this chapter, you will learn about the administrative system, literature, architecture, and external invasions during that time. Administrative system. After the 7th century, various Rajput dynasties ruled in India. However, even though different dynasties came to power, there was little change in the administrative system. Though kingship was hereditary means जो पिता से पुत्र को मिलता है ऐसे. It was not compulsory that the eldest son would always automatically become the next king. इसमें क्या होता है, राजा होता है, राजा का पुत्र राजा बनता है, इसको हेरेडिटरी कहते हैं. The heir apparent selected by the king was called the crown prince. In some cases, even people and ministers elected or selected their king. For example, while in Kashmir, King Yashashkara was selected and enthroned by the Brahmin group. In Gujarat, Kumarpal was selected as the successor by the Council of Ministers. The ministers were appointed to assist the king to administer and manage the kingdom effectively. Yet, at times, people become victims of poor or wrong administrative policies. देखो, मिनिस्टर्स अपॉइंटेड किए जाते थे, फिर भी लोगों को परेशानियां थी, तकलीफें पड़ती थी. 1. Administrative system in the villages. Village institutions were very important during the medieval period. The panchayat looked after its administration. The head of the panchayat was called Mukhi or Sarpanch, and he was responsible for protecting and delivering justice to the villagers. His was the final word. देखो, गांवों में पंचायत होती थी और मुखी या सरपंच मेन होते थे. Still, in many cases, the Gram Sabha would also give verdict and punish culprits. Culprits means wrongdoer. कुछ भी गलत करने वाले को ग्राम सभा सजा देती थी. Even today, at the village level, the Gram Panchayat or the elders of the Panchayat provide guidelines to the people. At that time, land revenue was the main income of the kingdom. Each kingdom had different ways of collecting land revenue, but usually the sixth part of the cultivation was taken as the land revenue. Land revenue means जो खेती करते हैं उन पे टैक्स, जमीन का टैक्स, उसको वो 1/6 था. अगर आप 60 रुपए इनकम है तो 10 रुपए दे दो टैक्स में, 1/6. Apart from this, other taxes were also levied on peoples. ये टैक्स तो था, इसके अलावा अलग अलग टैक्सेस थे. Different officers were appointed for different activities. Moreover, taxes were collected at ports and octroi points. Ports means जहाँ दरिया का जो बंदरगाह होता है वहाँ पे जो ports हैं वहाँ, और octroi यानी सिटी के नाके पे. Landlords collected the tax and paid tribute to the kings. लिटरेचर मीन्स साहित्य. इसका मतलब है जो पोएट्री और ड्रामा वगैरह वगैरह लिखते हैं, जो नॉवेल्स etc. During the Rajput age, there was a lot of religious writing as well as literature of various kinds. Scholars and education received great patronage from kings. Many literary works were composed in Sanskrit, Prakrit, Tamil, Kannada, Telugu, etc. The great Sanskrit poet Magh composed the epic Shishupal Vadh. The epic describes the killing of Shishupal by Sri Krishna. Similarly, another poet, Sri Harsh, wrote the epic Nashad Charitra, which is about the story of Nal and Damayanti. Even songs by Radha and other gopis sung in praise of Lord Krishna were presented in a lyrical manner. The biography and achievement of the king were also composed in a poetic manner. Hemchandracharya wrote Kumarpal Charitra, based on the life of Solanki king of Gujarat, Kumarpal, and a grammar book Siddhem शब्दानुशासन, बहुत ही फेमस बुक है जो ग्रामर की बुक है. सिद्धहेम शब्दानुशासन, as the title indicates, the name of King Siddharaj, Jaisingh and Hemchandracharya are associated with this book. This book was considered so important that it was placed on an elephant during a procession in Patan. Not only poetry but plays were also written during that time. Bhavbhuti wrote Uttam Ram Charit. Bhavbhuti wrote Uttam Ram Charit, while Pandit Narayan composed Hitopdesh, a collection of stories based on Panchtantra. हितोपदेश स्टोरी की बुक है, आप पढ़ सकते हो. Either your school or a nearby library must be having books containing collection of stories or folk tales. Let's now do a reading activity. Poet author work. Vishakha Dutt, Mudra Rakshasa, Kalhar Raj Tarangini, Bilhan Vikramadev Chant, Somdev Katha Sarit Sagar, Chand Bardai Prithviraj Raso, Meru Tunga, Prabodh Chintamani. Architecture. Here are architecture. The Tanjavur Temple, Khajuraho Temple. Architects means जो buildings, forts वगैरह बांधते हैं वो. Among the various constructions during the Rajput age, temple construction is noteworthy. The Rajput kings were fond of constructing grand and artistic buildings. The architecture and sculpture of that time is evident from the temple, forts, places, lakes, etc. Among the temples, Khajuraho in Madhya Pradesh and the Puri temple of Lord Jagannath are famous for their architecture and sculpture. The Sun temple of Konark was also built during that time. The Konark temple was constructed with great finesse and was shaped like a chariot driven by 7 horses. Among the other Sun temples of India, the Martand temple of Kashmir and the Modhera Sun temple of Gujarat are famous. A prominent feature of Modhera temple is that the first rays of the sun fall directly on the idol. The Ellora caves of Deccan have caves representing 3 religions, Hinduism, Buddhism and Jainism. One among these is the Grand Kailas temple. The Elephanta caves near Mumbai have a beautiful 3-faced sculpture of Lord Shiva. The Meenakshi temple at Madurai is famous all over India. The temples of South India are especially well known for their imposing gateways called Gopuram. After hearing about the fame of such grand temples, many foreign invaders came to loot them. The magnificent Somnath temple of Gujarat was attacked many times. So, this is now Muhammad Ghazni. This is the Rajput era time, administration, architecture, literature, etc. Is Ghazni, or this is his route from Ghazni to Somnath, Veraval, Anhil, here. He travelled here to loot Somnath. Muhammad Ghazni. Though the Rajput age is well known for its valor and sacrifice, it also saw the construction of many beautiful and imposing buildings. Many foreign invaders invaded India during this period. Muhammad Ghazni, the Sultan of Ghazna, attacked India many times between 1000 CE and 1025 CE. Here is print mistake. So 1000 to 1025 CE, common era. यानी आज से 1000 साल पहले. In spite of facing problems during the attacks, he continued to plunder India with full force. During one such attack, when Gujarat was under Bhimdev Solanki's rule, he plundered Somnath temple. Many people from Saurashtra and Gujarat joined Bhimdev Solanki and tried to protect Somnath but failed. Route of Muhammad Ghazni. Change of power at Delhi. After the demise of Muhammad Ghazni, the leaders of Ghazna started vying for the throne. Vying यानी बीच अपने आपस में झगड़ना, स्पर्धा करना. However, the Rajput kings did not take advantage of this weakness. Meanwhile, Shahabuddin Ghori established his strong rule in Ghazna and decided to attack India. His intention was not to loot but established his rule here. Initially, he wasn't successful. He could not forget his defeat by Queen Naika Devi of Anhilwar Patan and therefore did not attack India for 12 years. Finally, the second time he attacked Delhi. This is Prithviraj Chauhan, king. Prithviraj fought bravely but without any prior preparation or help from other Rajput kings. With his defeat, the Rajput rule came to an end in Delhi. As a result, Shahabuddin established his rule there and extended his kingdom. After Shahabuddin, his slave, who was also his commander, Qutbuddin Aibak, ascended the throne. He was known as the founder of Slave dynasty, Ghulam Vansh. With this, Rajput rule came to an end in Delhi. There was a change in the administration and society. What kind of changes took place and why? Think about question like this. In place of valor and sacrifice, people started conspiring against each other for power. The throne of Delhi was stained with blood. So many kings were divided in India. भारत के बहुत सारे राजा थे, ऑलमोस्ट 1000 से ज़्यादा राज्य होंगे, स्टेट्स होंगे, वो डिवाइडेड थे. और डिवाइडेड थे इसके कारण क्या है, सब एकजुट नहीं हो पाए और जो विदेशी जो बाहर की ताकतें हैं वो हमला करती गई. और ये मोहम्मद गजनी भी जो है वो हमला करके लूट गया सोमनाथ को, और यहाँ भी पृथ्वीराज चौहान को हारना पड़ा क्योंकि राजपूत राजाओं ने हेल्प नहीं की उसकी, और दिल्ली पावर से चला गया. सो दिस इज द एंड ऑफ दिस वीडियो. गुड बाय.